Make sure you follow More to It. That is the new podcast of Marcellus, that dude host. And make sure you follow his YouTube channel, which is right here at Marcellus Wiley 6255. Make sure it's on the ticker below. You follow him. Without further ado, my main man, that dude, Compton to Columbia in the back, dog.
Oh, man, gotta represent. I need to get you one of those, man. You the OG around here.
Hey, nah, I do need one of them. I like the setup, man. I'm honored, man. I love what you're doing. I'm honored that you come on. This is your third time on my show, man. I appreciate you. I'm honored that you came on because of the fact that you have left mainstream media and are doing your own shit now, man. And I got to be honest, I had Whitlock on yesterday, dog, and he was like, tell Marcellus I'm proud. I love what he's doing on his own. He's kind of entered this body of water that we don't know what's in it really yet on this internet thing. I'm sure you're on YouTube like, damn, dog, what's up with this algorithm shit? Like, that's, dog, ain't that the new thing now you got to worry about?
Yeah, man, it's crazy. You said a lot. And first of all, appreciate you always, Coach. You know how much I respect you and how real I think you are. And I love the fact that you're out there doing it, man. And I respect that as a trailblazer, a guy who's leading his way and doing it his way, man. So I respect all of
it. Right?
Yeah, man, it's crazy. But for me, you know, I guess traditional media. I did it for 20 plus years, man. And I just, you know, through the process, started to realize that I was just filling up space to a degree. You know, I think that model, which is a tremendous model, which I don't want to slight to the least, was a model where you get to a point where you're in a container, you're at a network, and you're at a studio on a show, and you're talking. And all they want you to do really is just fill up that time with content. And they don't care what kind of content really, as long as you don't mess with the advertising, right? Don't mess with the sponsors, do you? But then I started to want more out of it. And I think I got a greater appetite for like talking real, talking deeper conversations, talking the way we really talk. I got tired of kind of putting on a suit and putting on a persona. Even though I was myself, I never had to work because I was myself, but I felt the pressure. So when I felt the pressure, I was like, all right, I'm going to fight the pressure because I ain't going to give into it. But then I started to realize that the culture has shifted. And one thing about culture you got to always realize is it's what they reward. So they reward Stephen A. Smith. They reward Skip Bayless. And I'm not jealous of anybody. But I realized I would never be them. I would never be that type of persona. I would never go that hard towards entertainment and not necessarily education. I would never go that far. So I started to realize, like, I'm plateauing here, being real. Like, I'm being honest to myself. I'm like, I don't think I'm going to fit this system, basically. So I feel like one of those transfers or something. Like, either I get to a new system or I'm going to lose in this system based on my potential. So I started to think about betting on myself. It was just that simple. And I had confidence in that, one, because I know anything I put my mind to, I can accomplish. But two, I saw guys like you. I saw guys like Whitlock. I saw guys like McAfee. I saw guys out there in that space out there killing it. And I was like, you know what? What am I making right here? And you know, you and I talk that raw. I was making 1.8 million sitting there on that desk, just talking that talk. Stuff I didn't really care about, or when I did care about it, we only could talk it that much. And I was like, damn. I was like, can I go out here and make 1.8 on myself? Maybe not day one, but can you do it? Hell yeah. What about a 5-year plan? Can you go out there and make $9 million? Hell yeah. And then all of a sudden, I started to think that way. And then partner after opportunity after sponsor. Next thing you know, I got an iHeart deal. I have an Amazon deal in the making. I have my Brinks TV deal, which is now with Icon Source, and a huge, when I say huge announcement coming next week, huge partnership coming. I have my philanthropy going. I have a huge opportunity to help the kids in the community. And being real, like if you just want to do objective numbers, I'm going to make more doing this. But beyond that, I didn't even care I knew I was going to do something I cared about that was going to fulfill me. So now I'm in a space, man, where I'm ignited. I'm excited. And I'm talking about what I want to talk about instead of the rundown and trying to protect the sponsors.
Hey, dog, we from Compton. We have no choice but to know how to get out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we gonna figure it out, or we adapt or die, right? I mean, I don't know. I don't know how else to say it. I'm gonna tell you, I was on when I was on with you guys. I brought it up yesterday because I had a blast Whitlock, man, and I was like,
they had one kid get a scholarship,
Division I scholarship,
and like
he asked me about when I was on the show, and I'm like, hey, I used to send 45 dudes out a year, and so I had to show him like my signings, right? I'm like, well, there it is, 45 a year, and when I showed him this video, I'm looking at you in this video, and I'm like, real recognizes real right there. I'm looking at you right there, dog. Hey, Marcellus wanted out of that suit. And that's all I could think of. That's all I could think of when I was looking at that video. I'm like, Marcellus wanted out of that shit, and I could just see it, and I'm like, but you know what? I'm not making that money. I haven't made that money, and there's no way for somebody that doesn't make that money to say, all right, you know what? You need to come out of that. You're not real, homie. You're not real. Man, shut up. You ain't real, man. Missing 1.8 million either. So unless you know where you're going with it.
Yeah. Let me tell you. Let's keep it real. Like, I'm not a backpack rapper. Don't get it twisted. I ain't on the corner selling mixtapes. Let me say that. Look, I tell my kids all the time, and this is how I live. Do what you need to do so you could do what you want to do.
Damn right.
What I needed to do when I retired from the NFL in 2007 is figure out what was going to be my next purpose, what was going to be my next passion. And being real, I had money, but I was like, what's going to be my next payment? Because I'm not about to sit here and watch that golden goose just get anorexic and stop laying golden eggs. I was like, nah, that ain't how you do it. I'm 32 years old. I'm like, I'm about to go out here and do something. Thankfully, I found broadcasting. I was at NFL Network before it was built, like day one. I had a show in Buffalo. I'm the first reality TV dude. I'm doing a show in Buffalo. They follow me around the city, coming to my house while I DJ and cook and rap. This is 1997. You fast forward, I'm at ESPN. You fast forward, I'm at Fox and Fox Sports. And I'd done it all. And I knew what I was doing, and I knew where it was going. Like, if you notice, all the major networks are hedging their bets. They have their traditional show, and then everybody got a podcast. They got their traditional show, and everything is being streamed and put on YouTube. And I was like, you know why? Because on shows like on FS1 or even ESPN, people don't really know the ratings, but they're getting 100,000 to 200,000 FS1. And then ESPN is a little more than that, up to 400,000 probably on average. Dog, you do a right clip on YouTube, you 500,000, a million plus. I've done that and already only been here a month. And I'm like, what they're selling over there, and I'm not disparaging it. I'm just telling you what it is, and I know what this is. They're saying we have Marcellus for 2 hours on this show talking sports. And then they travel the world to sell those 2 hours. They not selling what I'm saying. And that's when I got a little perturbed. I was like, they don't give a damn what I say. So why can't I say it all? And when I realized that that was the rub, I need to go somewhere and say it all. And then I directly go to those same sponsors and get that opportunity. And then I get all the upside. But I'll be real. Keep it real. You're going to get some of that downside if it don't pop.
No doubt. More to it podcast. Make sure you listen. Marcellus' first show, he started out with a banger. He had Lil Wayne on. It was fire. He's on, and now he's on YouTube. Make sure you follow him. So look, dog, I gotta ask you. I heard your take on LeBron, and everyone knows you're a Clipper fan. I was kind of shocked to see the love you had for a current Laker. To me, he's not even close to a Kobe or an MJ or anybody like that. I've said the comparison is for the reason of this. Kobe played with the single most ball-dominant player of all time and still did what he did. Jordan did not. He played with Luke Longley, homie, and Whittington. LeBron has played with Kyrie here and there at times. He's had AD, who's a broken glass, shattered glass, whatever we want to say. I don't know if anyone's ever played with a ball-dominant person. But what you said to me, and you know Twitter and Instagram is all based on trigger words, Marcellus. If it's a trigger word, you could say, man, JB, you're a hell of a coach, and you love those kids. But when you said whoop-de-whoop, that's all that anyone else is going to say on Twitter. They're going to go right to that and say, JB, you're a racist, you whatever they say, right? Yeah, the trigger word that I heard you say was, LeBron did it the right way.
Yeah.
And I'm saying to you, to me, LeBron is homeless. LeBron is the single greatest all-time leading scorer, Hall of Famer to be homeless player we've ever seen. I don't think he has a home, dog. He's Cleveland. He's Akron born. But you can say he left, went to Miami to chase that ring, got it in Miami first, went back to Cleveland and got it. Respect to him for that. Now he's in L.A. We know he's not a Laker. Take Cleveland and take Akron away from being his home. Where is his real home, dog? I know he's going to retire a Cav, but that doesn't mean that's his real home.
Yeah, you still got that broke man mentality. I understand, Coach JB. You from the hub, and you can't let it go, man. You better let that shit go.
I already hear what you're saying. I love it. Go ahead.
Dog. We around too much money. We've made too much money. We've been exposed to too much to understand that when you look at LeBron, you got to look at him like he is high society. Last night, I was actually at a dinner at a guy who lives at this big high rise here in Beverly Hills, right? But that's not his only home. Okay, so he's there part-time during the week. Then the other part-time during the week, he goes out to his home, way out some big, huge compound like Rancho Cucamonga, right? Then he also has a spot in Georgia. Then he also has a spot in Europe. So from the LeBron point of view, basically, you may say, where's your home? And he like, dog, they all my home, because wherever I rest my head, that's where my kingdom is. You got to look at LeBron that way. LeBron is doing the job of not only the player in that power position, but the GM. Did we not just witness Kevin Durant get traded for 4 first-rounders and 3 players? Did we not just see Kyrie get traded? So when LeBron does what the GM is supposed to do, which is put the best team together, we get mad at him for doing what's not even his job. And that's the whole goal of this thing. Like, we forgot how we started playing ball. You know how I go. Coach JB and me, we captains. All right, pick first, Marcellus. You think I'm picking the sorriest dude? I'm picking the best dude. And then you going. And then somehow, some way, because media got into it and they start telling us, oh, you got to win a championship with the worst players. They start snaking it. Like, all right, Marcellus, you pick first round. Then, all right, JB, you get the next pick. It's like, wait a minute. The winners take the ball out. And I love LeBron for saying, F you to all what y'all trying to tell me. I go where I want to go. I dictate terms. And not only that, I'm actually going to win there. Now, put all that to the side. That's team accolades and team construction. This dude is the leading all-time scorer and is top 5 in assists. And if you look at him with his longevity, of course, his stats are going to outpace Michael Jordan. But that's the point. You not only got up to where Jordan is, whether you're 1A or 1B, but you stayed there. You didn't have to retire once. You didn't have to retire twice. And at this age, when Jordan wasn't doing it like this or retired, you still in the MVP conversation. I don't know what people got against LeBron, but they ain't looking at it through reality lens, because this dude is the GOAT by far.
You know me. I don't care what you do on the court. I don't know LeBron personally. I don't know Kobe personally. I could care less what the hell they do off the court, right? I don't know them. Now, if it's my homie, then I got a little bit of judgmental background. I go, okay, Marcellus, that's my dog, but he should have did this or that. No, I don't know these cats. All I care about is what they do on the court. And I'm a Kobe guy, so I'm always going to be that. That's probably the youngest. He's probably the only human younger than me that I look to as a hero. That's kind of how I look at Kobe. But that's just me. And It's taken LeBron about 400 more games to do it than Jordan. Everyone's going to have their hate and their opinion and all that. I don't hate Kobe. I think LeBron has won with mediocre rosters. He's made teams better that no one else has done. I totally agree with his greatness. I just am like, man, this whole thing about, him doing it the right way. I just would have liked him to do it in one place.
Oh, no, that is the right way. The right way is the best way. Like, we get so stuck. You still on the block. Like, you still claiming Palm and you're still on Rosecrans. Like, dog.
Looters.
You could be anywhere and that's home. Wherever I put my hat, that's home, baby. Like, this is what I love about LeBron. This is why I say the right way. Because we're really splitting hairs here. We're talking about Jordan. Some are saying Kobe. You could say Kareem. To me, LeBron's been the best teammate of all of those guys. Jordan beat up his own teammate, but now we say that's the fire of a competitor. No, it ain't. That's an asshole, dog. Like, what you mean? You ain't supposed to fight your teammate. I don't care what y'all going through. Then Kobe, come on. Rest in peace and respect to Kobe. But Kobe used to lay into them dudes. Kobe was the king of this. Catch me out there wide open. You better give him that rock. And I'm like, dog, LeBron did it in a way where we made him look bad for doing the right basketball play. That lets you know we on something else with LeBron. He used to do the right basketball play. Oh, he's scared of the moment. Like, what do you mean scared of the moment?
He's scared to take the last shot, right? That was the narrative.
But he has the second most playoff crunch minutes and points in history behind Kobe. This dude, like, if you look at his stats, it's like, what are y'all talking about? This dude has hit game winners. He has the most, I think, playoff game winners in history. Like, I swear, I don't know why people don't like LeBron James or they don't want to give him his flowers. Or, let's be real, it's human nature. We wait till you're gone and then we say, oh, yeah, by the way, you were this. So maybe he needs to be 5 years removed from the game and his shoes take off like Jordan's post-retirement, which that's never going to happen, but I digress. Point being, we're not giving him his flowers. That's it.
You're right. I don't know, though, because, we live in a what have you done for me lately world, too, though, because Kobe got scooped right over. He's been just stepped on. Like, I've been watching these videos of Allen Iverson, Shaq, Barkley, Tracy McGrady. All these greats have been like, when did we just surpass Kobe and just say, screw Kobe, your ass is gone? Because we live in a what have you done for me lately world, too.
We do, but them dudes, look, I don't want to question their authenticity, but they didn't say that when he was playing. And they certainly didn't say that in his last 3 years when he had the Achilles, he had the shoulder, he had the knee, he had the 2-year, $50 million contract that nobody thought he deserved except Jeannie Buss. Like, Kobe has the reputation where that a lot of people were talking bad about him. So it feels like as a player, you got to pick him up. And sometimes you exaggerate that. LeBron has the reputation because everyone thinks he's such a great talent and great player that you almost got to bring him down. Here's the example. The super fine girl, Tiffany Cambridge for me in the 9th grade at Westchester, the super fine girl.
Hey, dog, I got to holler at your wife, dog. If you still know her name from 8th grade.
Know her name. I know her number. I still talk to her. That's a homie. What you mean? I'm a real person. I ain't a husband. I'm a man who's married. It's a difference. So here we go. So she used to walk in and we used to have conversations because I used to trip out. Have you ever seen this, Coach? Be real. The super fine girl has to be a little humble, meek, because if she walk in feeling as good as she looks, oh, she cocky. She thinks she the shit. All right. But then the girl who's a 6 walks in, and then she walks in kind of like humble and meek. They pick her up. Girl, you look cute today. Oh, my God. And I'm like, huh? Now, that's the crazy thing going on. LeBron, he knows he's the king. He like, I'm the king. And everybody try to push him down. Tiffany Cambridge, oh, you think you fine. You ain't cute. That's the finest thing walking. She used to date dudes on the Lakers when I can't say that. All right, but put it like that. In the 9th grade, dog. It was a different world. So here's the thing.
Hey, that's why AC Green got it cracked.
No, we used to go to flagpole, and I used to see Laker after Laker. I was like, what the hell? Y'all ain't got no kids at this school. I digress. But the point is, when you know you something, it's a weird way you have to manage your reputation and manage your perception. When in reality, all they trying to do, people want power. People want to tell you the shit. People don't want you to think you the shit, because if you think it, then they're going to tell you ain't shit. And that's what LeBron is going through, man. He can't get his flowers until it's gone.
Yeah, you might be right. The Nets lose Kyrie. They lose KD in a week. KD's to the Suns. This is who I call the Suns. I call them an overselling, under-delivering group. I call CP2. CP2.
Don't do that.
CP2.
That's the homie.
You know who CP3 is? Candace Parker, dog. Candace Parker, CP3. CP2, what has he done? He's always hurt when the lights shine bright. He can't play. He's not available. Booker, who they said was the next Kobe, has been a mockery. That's a joke. I better never hear he's the next Kobe again. This cat just took 2 months, Marcellus. 2 months to come back from a fucking groin injury, dog.
Well,
like, come on, man.
Look, Devin Booker, let me find out. Okay, 26. You better stop. I thought he was, I was going to say 24. He's 26. And you over here saying mockery? Like, all right, first of all, young
you never win those titles in this league now, dog. NBA titles they're won when they're young now, because you look at Joker and Embiid. They're losing their time, dog.
Yeah, but young Kobe, you know, him and Shaq were together, 3-4 years before they won one. And young Kobe was riding the wave of Shaq when he got here. Like, young Kobe you had to deal with it. And Booker is the guy. He's not even riding the wave, so it's a different obstacle. It's a different adversity he's facing. I think he got game. I think it can still come to him. You never know. Jordan went through all his years until Pippen was there and fully blossomed before they got theirs. And Phil Jackson obviously was that cherry on top. Dog, this thing could go any type of way. I like the Suns now with KD a champion, with two guys who won a championship. And they're going to realize that they have enough talent to do this. Now they're going to have to focus in on the little things to make sure that they get over that hump.
Like defense.
Well, yeah, look, but defense is the easiest thing to turn on. Come on. You know defense ain't nothing but effort and alignment. Like, be in the right position because you can't cover the whole court, and then try. And then make fast mistakes, and you can play defense. Like, offense is the problem. You can go to every skills challenge you want to. You can go up to any skills coach you want to. Offense is something that you're going to have to learn. Defense, hey, that guy right there or that area over there, take care of that. If you want to, you can.
All right, let me ask you something for a few minutes before we get out of here. Let me ask you something. Super Bowl weekend, I got to ask you two things about one guy that's not in the Super Bowl, Josh Allen, and then the other one, Mahomes. Mahomes has been in, this is his third Super Bowl, and I got Dan Orlovsky, who I was talking to live on my show yesterday, and I'm like, dog, you really put Mahomes number 2 all-time on your list. Yeah. Montana has 14 touchdowns, 0 picks in the Super Bowls that he's been in. This cat Mahomes has 2 touchdowns, 4 picks in 2 Super Bowls. Rex Grossman has a better damn rating than him. But we know how great, and Mahomes has an unbelievable skill set. I get it. I think Andy Reid is the common denominator of why this system works. That's just me being a coach. But let me ask you, if he does not win this Super Bowl, let's not even say win. Let's just say if he doesn't go out here and really throw some touchdowns, really show that he's elite in a big-time game away from Arrowhead, because let's be real, he's played all his playoff games at Arrowhead, and he's been basically kind of dominated in some big games in the Super Bowl. Are we going to look at him differently? Are you going to look at him differently? Is he another like early LeBron when he went to finals but couldn't win them?
Yeah, I think it's even more of a Kobe than a LeBron situation. Look, I already look at him with a little squint in my eye, like I'm watching you, big dog, because I know how good you are. Excuse me, how great you are. I also know that in the biggest moment, the Super Bowls, the 2 that we've seen so far, you've been clearly outplayed, and you've been clearly a small fraction of who you are in greatness. Like, you have not been you. Okay, that's fine. Now, if he does that a third time, now we got a clear-cut pattern, right? Like, the first time he won it and he got excused, even though he didn't play well at all, Jimmy G outplayed him. And then he has a great fourth quarter, but they won the game. So everybody's like, all right, throw that away. The second time, he didn't even throw a touchdown. We was like, what the hell is this? They didn't even score a touchdown. We was like, what is this? Now, if we see that again, this is why it's a young Kobe. Kobe was famous for saying, not only do I want to win, but I want to be the reason we win. That's why those Shaq championships didn't feel the same to Kobe. They ain't hit the same. And when he got his fourth, the one without Shaq, the first one without Shaq, he lost his mind because he was like, now we won and I'm the reason we won. That's what Patrick Mahomes is seeking right now. Win a championship, not like the San Francisco one. Win one and be the reason. And if he does that, then everybody going to be like, all right, Dan Orlovsky, you're right. He number 2 all time, something like that. But if he doesn't, to your question, they're going to jump onto the side where it's like, oh, this dude is a little less than himself when you need him most. And that's a place where you don't want to be. That's where A-Rod was for so long, you know, and guys like that, where you start saying, when you got, you said Chris Paul, like guys, when you really need them, they're not the ones. But it's such an ultimate team sport. If you get that championship, we'll excuse all your indiscretions. But if I'm Mahomes, not only do I win, I'll go out there and ball.
Josh Allen, dog. Love him. California JUCO guy. His skill set is something like Elway was back in the day before we saw Josh Allen. People don't remember. Elway was Josh Allen back in the day.
Beast, big dude.
People don't realize how that dude was built. But is Josh Allen overrated or overvalued?
Neither. I think he's overused in that system.
I agree with you on that. I agree with you on that.
Come on, man. Like you're a coach. I coach right now, but I'm coaching 7-year-olds, but we undefeated. I'm a mother. I'm Phil Belichick.
Make sure you drop that mic on him.
Hey, I'm Phil Belichick in basketball and football. I got these 7-year-olds out there tilting. I'm killing kids. But I ain't gonna lie, my son is special. So I know when all else fails, I just give a ball to my son in some space and I watch the other kids fall down.
I've been peeping, dog. He reminded me of you and Bruce Walker combined.
Dog, he can run under control faster than I've ever seen another 7-year-old. That's the thing about it. People always like, how fast is he? I'm like, he's going to be the fastest, but the second fastest kid runs like this. He runs like this. Yeah. And I'm like, you got a problem if you trying that hard to keep up with that kid because he's going to break your ass down. Anyway, let's get to this. He's overused. He comes out there and realizes nothing goes without me doing it. The running game, absent last year. They thought that was okay. They missed Brian Daboll. Let's just be real about it because he gave them creative ways to make sure that Josh Allen could play a normal game and we still have an excellent offense.
Singletary wasn't that bad.
You know, it's just the opportunities. They put it all. They just looked at Josh Allen. Look, if you look at the dude, you just like, you salivate like I can just open up the playbook and let him just do what he wants to do. Run crazy with it. But you got to have balance. This game is such perception. I tell cats all the time, like, if you want to run the ball outside, you got to threaten the ball inside. You can't just take off. I'm fast. I'm Reggie Bush. I'm hitting the corner. I know geometry. I don't care if you run a 4-3. If I run a 4-6 and got a good angle, I'm going to cut you off. And that's what happened in the running game. They didn't set it up properly. They didn't want to commit to it. And then in the passing game, with Josh Allen, you know he can throw in all elements in all situations. But you still got to make sure that you have the levels in the passing game. You got to threaten in the short, intermediate, and deep ball. I thought that they were just trying to hit home runs more so than singles and doubles as a collective. They can fix this. This is easy to fix because you got the most important thing. You got Josh Allen at quarterback. Just make sure you dress him up properly.
No doubt. I agree. I got to ask you this question. I've been on certain shows on Whitlock, on McAfee. I'm the one that comes out on a limb and says shit everyone else don't want to say. Over 900 injuries in the NFL this year. Soft tissue, stress fractures, etc. I'm on record of saying some outlandish shit. People think it's outlandish. I've had Trey Roundtree over at the house with the Chargers right now. Braden Fajoko, I've coached his family. He's been on the show a few times, D-tackle for the Chargers. They both love you, by the way.
Wow.
I've brought this up, and they're like, JB, that's kind of interesting when we're talking privately, of course. And I'm like, Marcellus, we grew up in the hood, dog, where the weed we smoked, if we did smoke, I never smoked weed, but we grew up with certain people that did. It came from we call it earth, E-R-F. That's in the hood. We call it earth, motherfucker. It came from the earth, Marcellus.
Yeah.
I never knew you could buy pineapple weed from the earth. Like, we're smoking shit we have to start looking into. Like, we're smoking this vaping shit. We're vaping this shit that we don't know what's in there. And I do know this much. I've been on record. I've had some doctors on. I've talked to doctors. My mom's one. Weed has been fact. It's a fact that it does something to the bones. It has a bone density issue. There's a bone issue with weed, marijuana, smoke in general. You mix that shit with Taco Bell, dog. Real problems. I'm just saying, homie. What is the reason? Let's be honest. Now, I'm being real now. Is it a lack of investment in the body, in the professional athlete nowadays because they get the bag and it's a big bag, bigger than we've ever seen? And now, you know what, dog? I'm going to go to Dubai and chill rather than go out here and get the whiteouts together and start chunking it and getting better. Or pay the $1 million a year like LeBron to still look like he's 25 years old driving down the lane at 38 years old. I don't know if the investment's there. Look at the Kyler Murrays. Look at these guys who are getting paid before they ever show you anything. What is the real issue, dog?
Man, first of all, I got to laugh at you, boy. You are so stupid. Talking about from the earth, huh?
Hey, let that sink in, though. This is real. 900 injuries, all-time high.
Yeah. Look, I got to get this. You said mixing the Gordos Locos tacos and the grape ganja ain't gonna work. Like, that ain't it. That is.
We don't know what's in that shit, dog.
Hey, every time I eat Taco Bell, it's the last time I swear I'm gonna eat Taco Bell, and then I'm right back in that mug of next week. I'm like, damn,
it's the best late night shit ever.
Oh, I don't know what the hell that Alpo is. That damn sloppy Joe Alpo.
Here we go. Possum meat.
Roadkill rage. All right, here we go. I think it's a mix of all these things. Let's talk about, I think, the greater ingredients, not ganja, because I didn't even smoke when I played. So I don't know how many other guys like me were out there. I drank, but I didn't smoke. So we'll figure it out.
Me too.
I really think it's this. If you want to say, if I had to find one, number one is this. There's a balancing act that is necessary for you to be healthy, mentally, physically, emotionally. Like, all that stuff matters. Biorhythms, rest. Like, people just think how hard you worked out. No, did you recover from that workout? Rest is important. Diet is important. These guys, I'm not even going to call them players anymore. I'm going to call them mammals. These mammals are bigger, faster, stronger. Now, has the technology kept pace with them? I say yes to the technology. Has the workout routine and regimen kept pace with these bigger, faster, stronger mammals? I don't think so. I still see cats out there doing old school 88 in the weight room squats. And I'm like, ain't nobody ever in a football position like that unless the play hasn't started. So what you need to always do is be on one leg, single leg, multiplex, complex movements. How many guys are really stressing that? I see some of these workout videos, and it's crazy. The greater workout regimens I see are from people who don't go pro. It's from them old buff dudes or them pretty girls on Instagram who are doing these next level workouts. You know, like not just eccentric, but decentric, like decelerating down with the hamstring instead of always just curling it up to your butt. Like little things. And I swear, cats, or at least the gurus in our business, have not got all the guys to step their game up in terms of workout regimen when it comes to playing with this level of speed, the size, and being real, like being on the field now and watching it. These guys are just greater athletes. They're breaking down because, you know, too much is given, much is required. You are required to do more and be smart about what you're doing. I think that's the loss right here. The guys are just better, but their workout routines aren't keeping pace. They're not better.
Let me ask you this though. What do you think about the Cats? Because I got Terry Carter coming on here. He plays for the Bears right now, O-lineman. I want to know about the body types. We don't see Marcellus Wiley no more. Now, he may face guys on the front line that are just big body guys, but I'm looking at wideouts. Besides an A.J. Brown, maybe Julio Jones, I'm looking at wideouts across the world now. There ain't no more. Now, there may never have been TOs before either. I'm not going to compare TO, but there's a lot of guys that don't really look like Amon St. Brown, whose daddy's an Olympian from Compton, who I know well. We don't see those body types no more. Running back, wide out, backer. Backer's arms and shit and legs are looking like just random cats walking at Walmart. Is that an issue?
No, that's on purpose. That's intentional. Let's go back. The reason you don't see 6'4", 280 anymore, because I shouldn't have been 6'4", 280. I should have been 6'4", 240, but I put on 40 pounds of fake weight because at that time, remember, defensive ends had to play the run and had to play the pass, right? And then I got drafted the same year as Jason Taylor. And I remember seeing him at the combine, and now became the homie. He's 6'6", 230, and I'm 6'4", 280. They drafted me before him because they was like, what's he going to do on the edge? Is he going to get leverage? Is he going to be able to hold up on point? I was like, this dude's a cat. He's a damn cat out here. He's quicker than hell. You need to draft him over me. I was thinking that to myself, like he's a better athlete than me. Now, he had a Hall of Fame career, and I had a good career to great years. Point being, I got the memo too late. I should have been 240, 230, and it was a speed game. So right when I was playing, they made this shift from the Reggie White kind of cats to like, give me a Dwight Freeney, a Jason Taylor, a Robert Mathis. Give me them little dudes that could just run. And now they have shifted all the way to speed. But me, you know why I became a defensive end? Because me in the 70s, in the 80s, wasn't going to be a boxer. So the old boxer heavyweights turned into defensive ends. Now the defensive ends have turned into linebackers. Like they're skinny, they're small, so they can run. The game is nothing but flag football, but you fall down now. Like they just out there trying to create a finesse game, put the points up, and let everybody run around. So you're not gonna see big old hefty cats like in numbers. You shouldn't. You need to be
right?
Yeah. Be the quickest version of who you are. That's it. Now that number, that weight, that size, hey, whatever that is. But if I'm the one coaching you, I want the smallest, leanest, quickest, fastest version of who you can be. I put on fake weight on purpose to live up to the role. The role has changed. Now be smaller and quicker.
Man, I got to ask you before you get out of here, who you got Sunday? I showed some film. Sean Salisbury, who said he loves you to death, was at ESPN with you. Me and him we do a show together every Tuesday and Thursday night called Last Chance Q, and we're breaking down the Chiefs and the Eagles. And tonight we're going to do another one. We're going to pick our picks. Who you like? We've been breaking down this Eagle O-line, who everyone thinks is one of the best. They're getting hat on a hat, and they're getting the run game created. A lot of guys are escaping the box because of Jalen Hurts' running capability. You're seeing linebackers scraping when they really don't need to because they're thinking that this cat may keep the rock. Yeah. What do you like in this game? Do you think the Eagles O-line, D-line is going to win them a Super Bowl, or is Andy Reid and Mahomes that special?
Yeah, I think that Eagles line is good. I think they're really being looked at in a greater light because of that RPO that they run. Like, you know, the fact that Jalen Hurts runs is different too. If you watch Jalen Hurts, when he keeps it, he stresses the defense by actually running not north-south or not even at an angle. He runs sideline. He goes east-west. He keeps it, and he runs straight this way. You know why? He wants someone who weighs 40 pounds more than him to come directly at him, and then all he has to do is make a quick move. He knows you can't change direction like that. By running at him, then you're going to make it easier because he can use his wingspan and also just sell out one way or the other. Amazing subtlety that I watched with him. I was like, oh, this dude is smart because he knows I don't care who you are. If you're running north, east, west on me, and I take off at you, and you go, I ain't gonna recall. You got me, big dog. I'll holler at you later, right? So anyway, who do I have? All that said, I think that Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs win this game simply because they're going to be more comfortable in the uncomfortable moments of this game. The Super Bowl, different intensity. The Super Bowl, obviously, is just adrenaline overflow. And there's going to be times where you got to realize that this is just another game. I don't know when it hits you, but sometimes you have to realize this is just another game, even though it's the biggest game. But to win the big one, you got to do the little things. And when you're not playing within yourself, when Jalen Hurts didn't have a great NFC Championship game, if everybody watched, they won the game. Thank you. They went once again, like we said about Patrick Mahomes. You can play bad if you win. He didn't play that well, but they won. Okay, that's fine. But that may be a sign of what's yet to come in this Super Bowl. What if this Chiefs defense can play well against Jalen Hurts? What if they stand up to the RPOs? They're in trouble, right? But Patrick Mahomes, I don't think there's no silencer to that weapon that they have. He's going to get his. They're going to find their ways. Andy Reid is just too genius as an offensive mind. They're going to figure this out. And I think because of their experience and the fact of their firepower, they're going to be able to edge out the Eagles.
Man, I'm gonna have a little get together, man. You gotta come out. I gotta get you out here, man. You and the wife, man. I got a cigar lounge I built, dog.
Damn, out there,
it's better than a real cigar lounge.
Oh, that's sick, man.
I got to see Eddie last week at the NFLPA. He was the coach out there at Pasadena. I went out and spoke to Eddie and saw him and Jeff Fisher, and then went out to the Vegas deal with Belichick and them. I got to speak at the East West Shrine. And so I've been on the move, man, but I'm here. I got to get you out here one day, man. I'm just out here in this IE, where we used to stay away from back in the day. I was, yelling Compton and he moved to Riverside.
Riverside. Ain't nothing wrong, dog. I wish they almost didn't say that lyric because it put like a phobia on cats. Like,
I know.
No, you should move to Riverside, dog. We getting smoked out here.
Yeah. Back in the day, shit. Kawhi Leonard got his ass up out of there.
Hell yeah, LeVar Ball. I know a gang of cats that was
kind of brothers. Hey, man, it's always love to have you on, dog. I got to hook up with you soon and get with you. And I love what you're doing, man, when you got rid of that mainstream and now you're doing this thing. And I know you only know how to succeed. We don't know how to fail. So it's all love, man. And I appreciate you helping me out too. And it's all love. I appreciate you coming on. We got to do it again. Got to get me on your shit anytime.
Yeah, man. My shit don't be having guests. I'll be talking. Like, you know what, Coach? I had a few guests, as you know, on my podcast, my iHeart one, and them cats would just stop. Like, I'd be like, dog, keep going. They'd be looking at me like, I was like,
hard, huh?
Yeah. So it actually took off and did much better when I stopped having guests. I just start talking that raw and that real.
Man, they like me when I'm solo too. But I like shit. I gotta have guys like Marcellus, Terry Carter, cats like that. I gotta have it. But
I'm here for you, Coach. I'm here for you. Cross promote. Let's do it all. I'll see you soon, baby. Anytime.
All right, appreciate you.
All right, brother. Later.